Hello, it's HT Wingnut. Thought I'd give you a brief glimpse at some of the software and features included in the Aorus X7 SLA gaming laptop. First things first though, here we'll open up HWinfo. I apologize for some of the noises in the background as my kids are screaming and hollering, but you can see the components. Aorus is a gigabyte company. Aorus, sorry. It's got the Intel i7-4700 HQ CPU, 4 sticks of 8 gig DDR3 1600 RAM, the dual NVIDIA GeForce GTX 765M GPUs and SLI. It's got the AUO 219D or the B173 HW02 V1 LCD, which is a TN panel. It's got the RAID array, which has the 2 Light-On LMT-128 M6M 128 gigabyte MSATA SSDs, as well as a Toshiba 1 terabyte 5400 RPM hard drive. Some other good stuff. The Qualcomm Aorus, which is actually also the known as the Killer NIC. Wireless is the Intel 7260AC, however. And the rest of the stuff, battery, it's 74 watt hour design capacity, and it's currently at about 73. Let's see if I can get a good view of that. What? Wait, so where'd it go? So that's using Battery Bar Pro. Now, when we get into this thing, there's 3. You'll notice when you first get the system, there will be 3. Well, there'll actually only be 1 icon. I added the other 2 here because they're basically the 3 software apps that come with the system that are of more importance. You got the power switch, which allows you to choose between your boot up to your start screen, this guy, or to the desktop. It's got log out, switch user, sleep, hibernate, restart, lock, shutdown, and shutdown with fast boot. So it makes it nice and convenient for those options there. Here's the command and control panel, which has a lot of details in it. This guy just links to the NVIDIA control panel, and you can see here you can enable maximize 3D performance, which is enabling SLI, or disable SLI. And then you got all your standard other NVIDIA settings here. One thing is with the drivers, I found that the stock drivers that came with this are pretty recent, but the latest beta and WHQL drivers do not work with this without some modification to the INF file. But I just left the stock drivers on here that came with it because they're pretty recent. What else we got here? We've got the keyboard backlight. You can see at the bottom here you've got on auto, so depending on how much ambient light is there. Right now it's off, probably because it's light in here. If let's see if I can get this, I don't know where the sensor is. Either way, it'll turn on when there's enough ambient light, or when there's not enough ambient light. You can turn on manually weak light, strong light, that's basically 50%, 100%, and then off. You can also use the function spacebar to toggle 50% full and off, but you can only do the auto through the control panel. The fan, there's stealth mode, which basically favors fan sound, I guess no fan sound over temperature, so it stays pretty quiet. On auto, basically it'll ramp up with the embedded fan profile in there, and then turbo, which you can hear right there, enables the turbo mode for the the fan, and that's as fast or as loud as it's going to get. Lock wing key, that'll enable disable. See, now I can, oops, that's unlocked, that's locked, so now it doesn't do anything. So if you have an issue in games where you accidentally keep hitting that key, you go ahead and go in here and to disable it, enable it. Mouse speed just pops up a little slider, pretty straightforward. Volume, same thing. Brightness, it's got auto brightness again based on ambient light. Oops. And then manual, so you can just use the slider or the function. Where are they? Function F3 and F4, which does the same thing as a slider down below. And the screen gets pretty bright at 100%, so it's pretty decent. Wi-Fi on or off. I have it off right now because I have it hooked to the Ethernet NIC, but just toggles it on or off. Same thing with Bluetooth. Power mode. You can adjust under the setting here. You can set based whether you're on AC or power mains or battery. High performance balancer, power saver. Go to customize, it'll take you into your normal power options. Or you can just manually select it, you know, like you would down here. So LCD, you've got your different combinations of outputs, and this is supposed to be able to support, I believe, 3 external displays. It's got 2 HDMI ports, a VGA port, and a display port. So out of the combination of those, there's a way to do that. I don't have the monitors to test that. If I get a chance, I will before I have to send the machine back, but that is a possibility. Font setting, again, you know, it's just font scaling at 100%, 125%. Touchpad on or off. Calculator, just a link to the Windows calculator, which is kind of silly, but hey, why not? It's a pretty useful function. And then USB charge, you can have it USB ports charge while asleep or hibernate. I haven't figured out which ports, if they're specific ones or if all of them. I have to look in the documentation closer to figure that out. Okay, what you see here is the macro hub. It programs the 5 macro keys over here on the left of the keyboard. You can cycle through the 5 different color settings to indicate which mode you're in, and that also, you see when I press the button, it's showing up on the screen there. You can only activate certain colors if you want to, like purple and red here. Now when I go to cycle through these, purple, red, so you could just go in there and do that before you start a game if you want only a couple of sets to work. To program, you basically just click on the cell there and then pick a, you know, they've got the basic macro commands here: open, new, cut, copy, paste, open different your media player, adjust volume, etc. You know, bring up the desktop, so just double click on that icon, click yes, and now if you have something up, you know, you can just hit the G1 key and it works just like show desktop and bring out all apps back up on the desktop. To delete it, just click on it, click clear, save, yes. And in addition to that, you've got macros that you can program. They've got, let me delete all these. Basically, it's like any other macro editor you've used. You know, for the keyboard, just click record, and I'm going to do a Control F for find. So, and there we have that. You can see it saved it right there. Go ahead and stop the recording. In addition, you can also do even mouse and point inputs. So in this case, I'll go to record again. If you notice, I'll move over here and click, and it, you know, I can move something around and let go, and it tracks the location and what had been done. And it's got left click mouse, right click mouse. It's got delay times, auto detect, fixed time, no delay time, and then you can also have it execute that command once, go in a loop or a rapid fire mode. So it's pretty involved. You can customize the logos for your macros, which will show on the screen, and then save it over in your, yeah, sure, we'll save that, what the heck, and save it in whatever slot you want to. So there, I'll go ahead and assign, and I'll just say macro 1, or when we were in the macros, you could have it changed to customize logo. Whoops, where did that go? Well, anyways, the one thing it can't do is it can't launch executables or batch files or anything yet. Hopefully that's something Aorus will add in the future. That would be handy to be able to launch some of your apps in game, even like, you know, Afterburner or HW Monitor, if you realize that you want to monitor temps or bring up the on-screen display of MSI Afterburner. But hopefully that's something they'll add in the future. And otherwise, that's about all there is to it. So hope you enjoyed, and thank you very much.